Hello everybody, welcome back to machine learning. This is our second week of machine learning, where last week you created images and you trained your computer to recognize different classes of images. I remember is it Mr. Lovell or is it Mr. Lovell and Spencer? Or a balloon dog. Sadly, I don't have a balloon dog near me, which is a bit unusual. Anyway, so what we're going to do this week is we're going to use something called Quick Draw with Google. Some of you may already be familiar with this, but what this does, it also uses machine learning, and what it does is you will draw a doodle, and then this tool will guess what you're drawing. So if we think back to classes, so how we used classes in the previous lesson, what the computer is doing is guessing which class your drawing belongs to. So if it thinks you're drawing a cat, a class of cat, or your drawing belongs to the class of cat, it will guess you are drawing a cat. If it thinks you're drawing a house, it will guide you and say, I think you're drawing a house. What it means is the class of house. That house could have 4 windows, could have 6 windows. If you live in a very big house, perhaps many windows. But it's what the computer is doing based on its what's called a neural network of millions of images that it's classified. It's into these different groups or classes. It's using that information to guess what you're drawing. So that's what you're going to do. So let's just go get the slides open. So we've said machine learning is a development of computer programs that enables computers to learn for themselves from experience. So in this case, the computer has a bank of millions of images that it's drawing on, that its neural network has built into these classes or groups. So these are not millions of different images of different things. Many of them are the drawings of the same things that it's grouped into these classes. So the keywords this week: classes. So classes are categories your drawings will be grouped into, and the neural network is a collection of all of these images that's being analysed by Google to guess what you're drawing. Now I've said Google because it's a Google tool. So let's go ahead and draw this. So here we go. So quick draw. Can a neural network learn to recognise doodling? So I'm going to do some doodling. I know some of you have been lucky enough to see some of my art this year, particularly those of you in year 7, perhaps year 9 as well. So let's have a go. It's going to ask me, draw a wheel. Okay, right, so wheel, it's going to be like
I see knee.
Okay.
Or circle. Or blueberry. Or bracelet.
No. Oh,
I see circle. Or moon. Oh, I know. It's wheel.
Oh, that was just got there. Compass.
I see ear. Or moon. Or circle. Or clock. Oh, I know. It's compass.
Oh, there you go. Sword. Right, here we go. Sword.
I see line. I see toothbrush. Or skyscraper. Or asparagus. Or shovel.
I need a bit pointed on it. There you go.
I see broom. Or golf club.
No.
Sorry, I couldn't guess it. I see circle. Or cloud. Or snowman. Or ring. Oh, I know. It's scissors.
Hot tub.
I see elbow. Or mustache. Oh, I know. It's hot tub.
Curly hair. Very tricky for me, as you can imagine. Somebody's.
I see ear. or circle, or moon, or blueberry. I see bracelet. Oh, I know, it's curly hair.
Okay, so what I want you to do as well is, so yes, you got well drawn, so 5 out of 6. Okay, perhaps I need a bit more practice, but you can have a look around here. Let's look at all of the data so we can select. Got a nice one. Here we go. Chandeliers drawn by lots of different people. So this is how, this is the information, or the class of information, that Google, or Google Draw, Quick Draw, is drawing on to guess what you're drawing. Looking at these, they all look quite different. This is a great data set. They're not thousands of images of the same thing, or they are in a way, aren't they? But they're quite, some of them are quite different. So I just thought these were berries rather than a. Okay, anyway. Right, so have a look at that. Play the game a couple of times. Have some fun. We're near the end of term now. The sun's shining outside. Have a bit of fun with this. So once you've had your fun, what I want you to do is answer these 2 questions. Well, first of all, was the computer able to recognise your doodle? So did you get 6 out of 6 or 5 out of 6, or were you 0 out of 6 consistently? And then task 2, suggest at least 2 examples of how you could use this technology to support your learning or well-being at school. Students, so let's just see. So I have some answers here. So useful models. So machine learning could recognize handwriting and create text. So rather than typing at the keyboard, we could have a little, you could have something we write with a stylus, and it will, you just write. Perhaps English teachers would be quite happy with that. Practicing your handwriting skills rather than ruining it with keyboard skills. You can practice your handwriting skills, and then the computer will recognize that you've drawn a D or an E or whatever it might be. Then the second one, machine learning could recognize your handwriting and mark student work based on a neural network of millions of pieces of work. So we've written a story, a piece of work, and now we can use this neural network, this collection of all these millions of excellent work, or work of varying quality, to see where your one sits. And then the last one, rather than passwords, students could draw their own logon image onto school touchscreens. I know we don't have school touchscreens, but if we did, we could have a login image. It's much like you're on a mobile phone, where you can draw an image and let you in. So we could use that. So different challenges, which is what I'm expecting you to do if you're at ELS 4 or year 7 or 6. What are the challenges of those? So I've put some examples there. Would it be able to recognize all student handwriting styles? Some may be neater than others. I think if we had enough images, I think we could, but it's still a problem we need to consider. Can we create a mark scheme based on millions of pieces of work? How will a neural network know what is a good story? The neural network may be able to recognize the text, but it is difficult to assess the standard of a piece of work. Or is it? That's what I think. I think it would be quite difficult for a computer to recognize whether it's good or bad piece of work. We can certainly recognize the writing and could write out the passage, but whether it's good or not, I think you probably need trained people, teachers, or some as well. And then the last one, is this secure? Students could copy their peers' images easily. Just look for fingerprints on the screen, or you could look over the other side of the room and see what they're drawing on their screen. You could perhaps look to copy it. So perhaps it's not quite as secure as it could be, but you might have some other ideas. So what I'll do is I'm uploading all of this now to show my homework. I hope you enjoy machine learning this week, and we'll see you next week.